Hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco and Rosh are here, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Hello, Charlton. Chill. I'm just yanking your chain. Anyway, what can I say about Judes? Well, she's a real brave trooper, for one. What else do you call someone who waits around for 18 whole years like she has for Samson? Even after his extended family kicked her out of this place.
What? They threw her out?
Yup. Jules wasn't technically part of the family, so there was nothing she could do. She had nothing, nobody, and no job after Samson took the fall. So she had no choice but to take what he taught her and make her own way in showbiz. She's retired from all that now, though.
Yes. Why did she retire?
She'd finally made enough to buy the old place back. She even got the ultimate cookbook back from the Tangaroa group after they basically stole it. Guess this place and everything to do with it was all she ever cared about. So she just wanted it back. All of it.
Fender seems very sympathetic to Miss Bound's plight. But from a less charitable perspective, she has, in a way, taken everything of Mr. Tangaroa's for herself. Okay.
Oh, this is his reaction just to...
Generic, yeah.
Yeah. Because I was about to start voicing it again. Okay. So.
Like we've exhausted hers. There.
Interesting. We looked at everything. It's been a wee while, we're just familiarizing ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Those are tulips by the door, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, it leads to the spring wing.
Ah, spring. A popular time to move house. Which makes it open season for great thieves.
Housebreaking is a rope beneath a great thief, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
We get any logic things to put together?
Let me see if I can...
They put sunflowers by the door. Nice.
A fitting adornment for the entrance to the summer wing, I suppose.
Summer is also vacation time. And every great thief knows that means tourists with bulging wallets.
Pickpocketing, okay? Isn't it a little beneath a great thief?
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Eventually he's going to work up to stealing, Kay. Seems a little beneath a great thief.
100%. Alright, yeah, it does look like we've got everything. Alright, so let's see. Bound's action. Bound recovered the house and the ultimate cookbook for Tangaroa's sake. The ultimate cookbook contains instructions for creating poison gas.
Well, it's probably those two then, eh?
The ultimate cookbook contained instructions on how to create the poison gas. And the current owner of that book is none other than Miss Judy Bound.
No way. You mean...
I'm afraid I do. Miss Bound would have been perfectly capable of setting up the gas trap. Finally, we can prove that she's been lying to us.
Ring.
And that's that. All that's left now is to await the results of the test on the teapot.
To be continued.
April 2, 2:33 p.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room.
The test results have just come in, sir. Traces of ubiquium were found in the teapot. Oh god, what voice did I give him again? Was it like a
Kind of like
yeah.
a Sonic voice.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
They were. Just like Mr. Edgeworth said.
Sonic voice.
Curse you! You better not think this means you beat me!
You really need to drop this obsession with coming in first, Mr. Winner. We're all on the same side here, remember? We're all trying to get to the truth.
What? But first is best! Everyone is better be a winner than a loser.
That's really no way for a prosecutor to think. Not a successful one, anyway.
But... I...
Enough. Mr. Edgeworth, please refrain from taunting the boy. Ignore him, Eustace. He isn't worthy of your attention.
But... Gavelle... Oh...
Alright.
Value stunted potential character growth. Why don't I take care of things here for now? In the meantime, you can perform the far more important task of going and checking on the victim.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I'll be right back.
Excellent. We shall see you shortly then. Mr. Winner's annoying, but totally harmless. Judge Gavelle, on the other hand. Now. Miss Bound, perhaps you could explain why traces of ubiquium were found in your teapot.
I had no idea there was anything like that in there. Perhaps it's one of the ingredients in the dishwashing soap I use?
So you are telling the court that you did not intentionally put ubiquium in the teapot?
Yes, exactly. Why would I? Until today, I had no idea it could even be used to make poison gas.
You're a trained actress, are you not, Miss Bound? I'd have thought you would be a more convincing liar.
What do you mean?
You have access to the ultimate cookbook, correct? A book that just happens to contain instructions on how to create the poison gas used in the attack. Meaning it's perfectly possible for you to know exactly how to make it.
You're very well informed, Mr. Edgeworth.
Miss Bound, is what Mr. Edgeworth said true?
I
I don't know if you remember, but a while back, I think I ad-libbed, I think it was Eustace saying something like, I really hope these two don't talk together because it's going to sound like r/Ambien.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it. The book does contain information on how to make the poison gas. Yes. But the fact that I have seen it doesn't make me guilty. Can I ask exactly how the gas was triggered?
The victim used a blowtorch to heat the lid of one of the display cases, thereby melting the ubiquium.
I see. But he locked himself in the room too, didn't he? Surely that and the fact he triggered it himself. Wouldn't it point to it being a suicide attempt?
So she's not willing to admit to anything.
Furthermore, where would I even have gotten hold of the Infesticide Ultra?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps you stole it.
You know, I did bump into Moody Judy a week or so ago. That very evening, I noticed my Infesticide Ultra had gone missing. But Judy, surely you didn't.
Delicia, you carry your bag of pharmaceuticals with you everywhere, don't you? There would have been any number of opportunities for someone other than myself to steal it from you.
That's true, and I don't have any hard evidence that it was definitely Miss Bound who stole it.
Jutes, there's clearly something you're not telling us. Why don't you just come clean, hmm? We all know you'd never hurt somebody for no reason, so...
Not you too. You think I'm guilty as well, Mr. Fender?
Can you blame me? We've got one wing disguised as another, a gas trap in one of the display cases. And you're the proprietor of the establishment. It's looking a lot like you did it, kiddo.
You've got this all wrong. You have to remember, the gallery doesn't have any security cameras, nor any security personnel. If some ill-intentioned person or other wanted to get in undetected, I don't think they'd have much of a problem.
Wow, you're practically asking to be burglarized. You need to be more careful. A great thief could have had a field day in here.
And I don't think she's joking.
And actually, it seems that Mr. Gusto did, in fact, enter the gallery before it opened.
Sheesh. Judy's one tough cookie. She's not budging an inch. Maybe it's time to rock a little technique Gregory taught me back in the day.
And what technique might that be?
So hear me out. Everything's connected to what happened 18 years back, yeah? And since we're not getting anywhere by focusing only on the here and now, maybe we ought to approach this from a different angle and look to the past for clues instead.
A turnabout in thinking. So my father used this method as well.
Alright, let's run this through the old Thinkatron. How was Judes involved in what happened back then?
According to Miss Bound, it was because of her that Mr. Frost-flavored ice sculptures melted. And yet his sculptures are here on display at this very gallery today. Is it possible that she... Thank you, Fender. I think I know what I need to ask Miss Bound now.
Don't thank me, thank your pops. Now, take it away, Milesy. I'll grab the popcorn.
Miss Bound, You say that you were the one who caused Mr. Frost's creations to melt 18 years ago, correct?
I'm afraid so. I was young and foolish, and it was a terrible accident.
And yet, what you did allowed you to open this exhibit, no?
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? If you're going to ask such questions, perhaps a formal testimony from Miss Bound might be best. Yes, perhaps it might. I'd like to know a little more about Zodiac Hall, and about why Miss Bound decided to dedicate this space to Mr. Frost's works. Very well. If you believe it to be relevant to the case, I will allow it. Miss Bound, would you mind?
Not at all. I'll do whatever it takes to prove that I'm innocent.
Then please, if you could give us some background on Zodiac Hall and the pieces on display there.
It took 18 years, but at long last I was finally able to buy Samson's home back a little while ago. But a place like this is expensive to maintain, so I decided to turn it into an art gallery. To that end, I collected as many Paul Halik pieces as I could from around the world. Because, if I'm honest, it's always been something of a dream of mine to open a space dedicated to his work.
Excellent work. Thank you for your testimony, Miss Bound. How wonderful it is that you were able to fulfill your dream. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, everything seems entirely above board to me. Judge Gavelle, that was simply the witness's preliminary statement. As you surely know, the value of that testimony cannot be evaluated without due cross-examination. Spoken like a true attorney. Very well. You may do what you must.
It took 18 years, but at long last, I was finally able to buy Samson's home back a little while ago.
18 years? You must have gone through a lot to buy it back, Miss Bound.
This home, this place, such memories abound. I couldn't stand to lose what I had found. Samson, I did what I had to do to see that home was waiting here for you.
How does she make it look so easy?
I'll say, but I wouldn't expect anything less from a trained triple threat performer. Thanks, Eddie.
If you could continue with your testimony, Miss Bound. Minus the singing, if you please.
Please,
No.
the audience does not need to hear that.
No fun, please.
But a place like this is expensive to maintain, so I decided to turn it into an art gallery.
You manage the gallery by yourself, Miss Bound.
Yes, well, we only opened today, so I haven't done much actual managing yet, but I have to keep the mansion going. Can't have it falling down around my ears. Samson could come home any day after all.
So she really got the house back for him?
I'm so sorry, Judy. I wish I could have done more.
You've done plenty, Mr. Fender. If anyone should have done more, it's me. Even if the only thing I can do right now is keep the place safe for Samson. To that end, I collected as many Paul Halik pieces as I could from around the world.
Oh, Halik. That was Mr. Frost's pseudonym, correct?
Yes, he adopted it while he was working as a sculptor in France.
I see. I'm curious about some of the pieces in your collection. More specifically, how you were able to acquire the Taurus and Gemini sculptures. It was my understanding that Mr. Frost died before he could complete them.
Yes, I was able to create replicas for the Winter Wing based on photos of the sculptures he made.
Really? Perhaps you could go into some more detail on that.
Because, if I'm honest, oh yeah. Oh no, sorry, it was that one, sorry.
Okay.
Because, if I'm honest, it's always been something of a dream of mine to open a space dedicated to his work.
Tell me more about this dream of yours, Miss Bound.
Well, what I really wanted was to open a gallery with Samson, of course. A gallery of dance, a gallery of song, a gallery of gaiety and candy all day long. That was the idea, anyhow.
And here I thought art was supposed to be appreciated in silence, not accompanied by musical numbers.
Hates ballet.
Alas, Mr. Tangaroa transgressed against the edicts of the goddess of justice. And as such, that part of your dream may go permanently unfulfilled.
I feel like Judy should just turn around and like sock her for that.
Yeah, seriously. Like, what? Why is that necessary to say?
No, Samson he's innocent. That awful prosecutor refused to listen, but it's true. He'd never hurt anybody.
Mr. Tangaroa gave a false confession in order to protect Miss Bound. The two of them really did what they could to protect one another, didn't they?
I was able to create replicas of the Winter Wing based on photos of the sculptures he made.
These photos you mention, you mean the ones you yourself took in Frost's room 18 years ago?
Yes. You certainly know a lot about what happened back then, Mr. Edgeworth.
So those statues in the Winter Wing were just copies? And I didn't even get to see them before they melted.
No, the sculptures in question were definitely not replicas. Which means that Miss Bound is lying.
I know, it's such an awful shame. And after we went to the trouble to recreate them too.
The sculptures in the Winter Wing weren't replicas. They're the very ones from 18 years ago. I need to show her I'm aware of that, or I'll never get to the truth.
Okay.
Alright. So just being honest, it's been almost 2 months since we last recorded, so I am just using a walkthrough.
I started university.
Congrats!
Thanks.
I'm afraid you've run out of road, Miss Bound. You can lie all you like, but you can't deny the results of the tests conducted on the sculpture's remains. And those tests leave no room for ambiguity. What you had on display weren't replicas. They were the very statues Mr. Frost carved 18 years ago.
Oh, I can probably help explain how they worked it out if you like, dear. It's the sugar, you see. You might think sugar is sugar is sugar, but the composition is actually very unique. You could probably recreate the statues, but the sweet secret of their chemical makeup? No chance.
Thank you, Miss Scone. I don't recall asking for her help, but still.
I don't work with forensics.
To put it simply, the statues didn't disappear back then because they'd melted. They disappeared because you spirited them away and kept them hidden for these 18 long years.
Ah. What? She kept a pair of flavored ice sculptures around somewhere for all that time?
It's not the most out there idea in the world, assuming you had a big enough icebox.
Quiet, all of you. Miss Bound, have you anything to say in your defense?
So you've already learned that much.
Should I take that to mean you admit to having hidden the flavored ice sculptures in question?
No, I admit to no such thing. You haven't proven that I was the one who took those statues away. And you won't, because it would have been impossible for me to do so in the first place. The police were already here when they disappeared. How could I have done it without them noticing?
How indeed. I don't yet know exactly how you did it. But I'm far from ready to say that it was impossible for you to have stolen them away.
You're a very persistent man, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I am indeed, and I won't stop until I get to the truth.
I see. Then I'd better tell you exactly what I did that day 18 years ago.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are, and as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo-hoo!
Cheery!